Without further ado, it's time for our next tech demo, and it is for, now I've lost it, StagePro. Go, Jim.
Hello. Good to be here. I'm Jim Fiore. I'm here to speak a little bit about StagePro from Corporate Events Online. It's an event streaming application. It deploys in minutes, ready in hours. It could be in minutes if you're fast with creating your graphics and building your agenda. So it's an all-in-one application. It's custom branding, so it's brand immersive, just like you would do in sort of in a venue. Focus on just loading the environment up with the graphics that deal with the brand and the agenda. The active agendas, end-to-end security, it's highly scalable. It's an event management console and native streaming CDN. So it's all inside this application with the streaming CDN. No need to go to any other streaming service and bring in and embed a player. It's a part of what this app is. It enables the security, it helps with the tracking, and the control, the data rate, and how many different events you want to stream simultaneously. You don't have to worry about increasing your account if you want to do 100 sessions live at the same time. Secure access. There's many different ways to come in and access. Multiple access codes, one access code, users to have their own custom password, SSO, lock it down to domains, lock it down just to the emails that are in the system. It's all selectable inside of the application. Teams and Zoom integrations and any other that you want to put in here. So we're all dealing with all different types of formats of collaboration tools online that we want to integrate with our online experience. This can also take that as well. And then there's a lot of interactivity and engagement features that are built into the application, such as Q&A, chat, polling. If you want to put any other type of embed from any other service in there, it'll take that. And then real-time analytics. We know who's coming in, what are they watching, how long are they watching it, when did they leave, and down to their device. What device are they watching on? And on the devices, it's browser agnostic. These are the types of the companies that we work with that utilize our application. It's a Fortune 100, Fortune 1000 groups of people. Even though we're coming back into the ballroom for creating content, a lot of companies are still distributing their content online as an extension of what's going on for who can't be there and who needs to watch the content that was presented. They spend a lot of time building this content, preparing for these events. And then after a couple of days, it's done. You get a hard drive, a record of something, and you really don't know how to share that. So this application will help do that all simultaneously. So as I said earlier, we brand it, we deploy it, and it goes. Some people utilize our services as our professional services, or some people just use StagePro completely on their own, or it's a mix. So I'm going to go into the application and show you a little bit about it, but before I go in there, I'm going to show how how it brands. So these are existing clients that are utilizing the application for their large meetings or their small meetings, one-offs, or repeats, annual meetings. You can see how the branding within the application just changes from different client to different event and how immersive it is with the experience. So I'm going to take you into our application directly. This application, this is just a different way of branding it. This is a fictitious venue. I'm going to put in my email, and it's going to remember I'm an admin. Here we are. Comes in a home page. With this home page, you can put anything you want in here. We just embedded a section of our website that talks about StagePro. You can have multiple tabs that go across to the top or go into the agenda. In this case, it's like, let's put a room map of what's going on in the venue. And we can go into this agenda of our live sessions. We're seeing how the sessions are scheduled out by dates. So we can go across the board to different sessions. I can come in here and I can search also on the filter. Maybe I just want to see the general sessions or breakouts or certain things that are happening in the room. This is all easily customizable in the back end. Over here, this is an event. We're just streaming it out of our booth. It's just a looping video. It shows some information, maybe some presenters. We got some links. We can downloads. We can go in here and enter the session. And the session's streaming out live from the booth over there in the back. I can put in our captions. We have captions and translations to different languages. We can join in with Q&A. We can type in something. We can go in here, hit submit, and then our moderator can go in here and view what questions are coming in. Maybe they want to address it, sort it. And then our administrator watches the content of what's going on in the console. We can see if we're sending a main and a backup feed. I'm only sending one feed from the booth. And I can find my source settings inside of here. I can add chapters as I'm going in. Next presenter comes in. I can put in the name. Next, whatever I want to call that, I hit apply. Now when I go and put this on demand, I've already got my chaptering kind of started. So it's a part of this whole system being incorporated as one. If I go further into our admin area, if I go more into our portal settings, you can see all the different areas that we use to configure. This is where we're configuring our pages. This is where we show room maps. We can go ahead and create a whole nother page and build out something that's there or embed something. And we can this is where we handle our branding when they first come in. We have our channels. These are different sections of the content, like I was showing you right over here. And this is where I deal with the branding, upload our full immersive branding, choose what settings and filters that we want to utilize within the environment, change what the buttons say, change really what the buttons might do. And then we can get here's our list of our sessions, where they are. I can go into this session. This is the session that we're doing. This is how I fill out all this information. What is the name? What is the description that we have in here? How are we going to categorize our filters? Make it active. Set a time for it. Set a time period that it's actually going to run, so that when they have a calendar invite, the calendar knows how much to reserve time. And this is where we're setting Q&A, chat. We can add moderators that are not admins, so the regular users that come into here that say they want to manage the moderator. As a moderator, you could do that without making them an admin. We have integrations of like Slido, and there's other embeds that can come in here. You bring in any sort of service, and we put that in. And then this is where we set captions and translation. So there's many different languages that we can put into this application that's a part of that. And then exit surveys and attendance tracking. Attendance tracking is really, we know who's watching this content and how long they're watching it, but we don't know if they walked away and got a beer and decided not to watch their content. So here we know we're going to pop in and ask them a question. Are you still here? And this is where we choose how do we want that. So I don't have any attendance tracking criteria filled in, but this is down here within the application. I think my mouse is not dragging around here. I think the monitor's tracking it out. So further down this list here, I have attendance. There we go. Attendance tracking. We create a CE unit. What do we want it to say? When do we want it to pop up? How many credits is it worth? This is where we have our exit surveys that we create. The system sends a lot of emails. Forgot password, session reminder, account validations, welcome, calendar reminder. All these areas we can choose what we might want to do custom in the subject and in the body for the email. This is where we're choosing our access types. So we talked about earlier, I said how you can easily create different ways of people logging in. Is it just an email? Is it an access code? Is it thousands of access codes? Is it just a password? Is it one-step or two-step registration? Do you want SSO? Are you dealing with Azure, Okta? So you can actually connect this to a company SSO within minutes. As long as you have the right IT provider within the organization that's going to say, I'll give you the information you need to be authorized to do this, but we can make that exchange in minutes. And then we have our detailed reports. Again, everything that is going on, real time with it or post-event. If I go into some on-demand sessions, and you can mix them all on the same agenda, but I have them split out here just for conversation. This is now post-event. So an event has happened, we've created these chapters, and we can skip to these different sections within the content. And if we need to turn around and edit that, add some more information, see some information that is going, see who's really watching and who maybe hasn't come in yet, this is where I can come into this console. This console, I can add more chapters, I can edit the chapters, I can add captioning, I can choose, do I want to put the captions and the translations with the other languages? Do I want to trim the video, cut heads and tails, and then tell it to process and download it and make it active? And that's about it. I kind of rip right through here in the application. Our goal in this application is to make it easy for people to be able to take their content that's going on with their event and send it out to the people that aren't there or need to continue to watch the content so that as a organization, they can continue to get a return ROI on their content that they've spent months on doing without breaking the bank.
Do we have any questions from the audience?
Any questions?
Yeah, okay, great.
Is this done in real time or is this done on a post-production basis?
I had a hard time hearing. Is it real time?
Yeah, are you streaming this? So let's say you've got multiple feeds. Does this software act as if you were a switching station, for example, at a TV station?
Yeah, so this is streaming in real time. So the content is coming from the streaming encoder, sending into the system, and the system's doing a distribution across the global networks. The content is delayed because it is one-to-many. It's like a 10, 15-second delay onto all users.
Latency, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is
Latency.
like, can you not have latency? It doesn't work like that, right?
Scalability and latency. Which one?
Indeed. Anyone else? Well, Jim, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for your time.